All right, so welcome to the first match in this doubles tournament. We've got certainly a stacked blue team here. It's hard to see right now because we're a little far away, but both Eggester and DragonvsCATS are rocking a tournament crown. They were placed 1 and 2 in the world last time in the tournament. So definitely a stacked blue team, though also red team is full of some long-time competitive players as well. So certainly just a very stacked match overall. Mandito and Isaiah King have definitely been around and made names for themselves here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Dragon and Eggster are taking use of the pinging system inside the game to communicate quickly with each other. That's really cool to see.
Yeah, it looks like Steve, you designed this map. Do you want to give a brief overview of what you need to know for this?
Yeah, so what you need to know is there's some interesting elements here, and what we wanted to do is, because this was a duo, we wanted to have a couple torpedo planets, a couple PD planets that each team could take, and there's a definitely fight for the center ring, and then you can go in and really fight for those heavy lasers around the sun, and you can mix it up in many different ways, including one sniper planet, some asteroids, and this is just something different as well because it's the first time we added the MSS, which is this ship planet right here, or this ship right here, which allows you to boost the speed of your resource gathering. So
yeah, and for those of you who don't know, MSS is short for mining support ship, and these will buff nearby drones, which will allow them to mine faster. So often players will scatter these around at moons to increase the production of nearby planets. So we'll see if one of these team members here is going to be in charge of sort of managing these while the other one controls the fleet. That's generally what we tend to see with these, but it looks like they've been ignored from the red team, even though they took over that planet so far. But it looks like on the blue team, Eggster here is scattering them around to try to increase these production on these moons.
Yeah, this is something we were really excited about introducing because right now they're not utilized heavily, but they really can change the course of the game if they're used properly, and all the moons have them, and you use them wisely. You can boost your production speed up very quickly. So
yeah, you can double your moon production, which in total it would be about a 50% increase to your entire production. So definitely a sizable advantage if you can work efficiently and get that all online. It looks like fights over this heavy laser planet, as we see both teams sort of fight for that central planet here. This will be an important planet to control for all these players here. And it looks like there's some meteors that are also entering the system. A lot of chaos right here. And these meteors may or may not, I'm not sure, they might take out some planets, and we'll have to see what planets get removed because of that. Blue team slowly gaining an advantage here, though it's still anyone's game. We'll see if red team can hold off, and these blue teams working in tandem to sort of push in and take over this point defense planet. I think Mandito there in the background managing some mining support, or maybe taking over some planets, while blue team is hung up with this point defense over here. So blue team doing a very good job in pulling ahead here more significantly as they gather a more diverse army full of point defense torpedoes. Definitely scary for red team here. Red team needs to make some good plays in order to come back here. Maybe, like Steve, do you think it's a good strategy to devote one of the red members to sort of run around with maybe just a few ships in hand, sniping out moons, sniping mining support ships?
Yes. Yeah. One of the things I've been doing lately, just myself, is trying to do that. Taking just a couple ships yourself, sniping those resources, getting those moons, and then letting blue kind of be distracted by the battle with the other team member. I think it's a smart play, but right now it just seems, I'm not sure the speed of what they're moving around and how fast they're actually contributing here. So
yeah, something I'll say you definitely don't want to do is split up your main fleet.
Yeah.
You don't want to go half and half. You want to have one person with the main fleet, and then the other person with a few ships or just moving mining support around, harassing bases that are maybe just a couple turrets and doing things like that.
Yeah. Look at Eggester positioning that sniper. just in a nice little way there. That's also another interesting thing, is moving into a support role and being able to toggle back and forth between attacking and support roles. And if you just notice, looks like the meteors just hit.
Yeah, they've taken out all the point defense planets, I believe.
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Yeah, and it looks like the first asteroid's out as well. But blue team, due to the sizable fleet advantage, they're not going to let red team get either of them. And this is just spelling disaster for red team as blue pulls ahead. Surely they'll be able to close out this match unless they mess up severely here. Red team almost getting that asteroid.
Almost stole it.
Yeah, something to note is that with mining support ships, you can speed up the asteroids. And I actually saw the fleet recall
Nice.
up that there, and they were able to speed up that and now move in. I didn't even mention what gods these are even going on. That's usually one of the first things we discuss. But it looks like, teleportation from the blue team. That's a standard pick for both these players, and production on the other side. Haven't seen that production ability yet. I think at the end, I don't know if DragonvsCATS was just toying around, but Dragon's definitely just been making wormholes and sort of trolling here, while Eggester has managed the fleet to victory here.
It goes to show you though, like they're a great example of how you can split up your team. Like we saw Eggester taking on that support role, moving around the MSS, moving around the sniper ships into a support position. Dragon making sure the territories were conquered, and being able to switch them back and forth, and like Jack said, grabbing a small amount of the fleet and using that to capture more moons and do that, while Dragon was able to move around, position himself for the full attack. And that was smart.
Yeah, definitely a crazy match to start off the day with, and we're excited to see what the rest of round 3 holds for us. Alrighty, here we go. Steve, do you want to talk about these god picks?
Yeah, so let's see here. All right, so we've got, looks like production, and we've got conquest. Production's always a good choice. We really went through and overhauled production a while back, so they have some interesting powers that really give them a good pick for a base play. If you want to, I don't know, have just a fast production, you want to be able to, direct which ability at which planet. So the ability is really exciting because you can take it and aim it at any one of these production planets, and you get 5 of those ships. So you can really direct how you want to produce your ships and use your ability, and it's a lot of fun, because if you say you get that heavy laser planet and you cast your ability, you got 5 extra heavy lasers right off the bat. So it can be really strategically important.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we're talking about all here on the red team is using that God of Production, which Steve has been talking about. Blue team on the
Wait, no.
bad.
Yeah.
We've been watching all who is using God of Conquest. Other team, blue, is using production. So we'll see if they use that ability on one of these special planets like a torpedo or a heavy laser. All, on the other hand, is using the God of Conquest, which specializes in rapid expansion. And it does that by giving power at all of these moons. So we should see little power drones arrive to each of these moons just as that explosion occurred, which allows you to expand your power in some cases and just have additional security there in your power ranges. Additionally, the ability is a powerful EMP, which can turn the tides of a battle. So looks like blue team having a bit of a, both teams not having exceptionally fast rollouts here. All coming in, though.
Interesting.
To fight this blue team. Looks like blue's going to be splitting up their forces to try to attack from both sides here.
I don't know about this one. This is interesting. I mean, as a single versus a duo, it's an interesting play, and it's very brave. Let's see if it'll pay off here.
Yeah, definitely an early attack, early clutch at these battles. Usually people build up more ships before they fight. Looks like no one came out ahead there, which, considering it was a risky attack from all, it's probably for the best there. Maybe blue is slightly behind here, but we'll all continue to play aggressive here.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like he will. Pushing in, trying to take this torpedo planet from them. That being said, TheFlopWontStop coming in, trying to snipe the power. This could cut off power. Actually, if it was there's that moon. So it is much harder to cut off power from a Conquest player.
Yeah, I
due to
think
that
all
moon
might have
power.
forgotten that because they went back in a hurry and they actually could have taken the torpedo and let the moon project power. That's what's really cool about Conquest is it allows you to play a little more recklessly because you have power through all the moons. And
Blue using that production ability to spawn 5 torpedoes. Hopefully they'll be able to leverage those in order to
I'd probably kick off.
siege some of these red bases.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you use your EMP there, Jack? If you're all counter it, counter the ability.
I think you need a proper attacking army before you want to use the EMP. You know, you want to be able to capitalize swiftly on that victory there, and that.
That's interesting. This is becoming the point of conflict on this map when there's so many planets.
Yeah, something I've noticed is I don't think Blue Team is operating as effectively as you can be as a team. You know, they're certainly doing well in this match, but I've noticed that sometimes the other player is sort of just watching or doesn't have exact direction of what to do. I know, I'd be trying to manage the mining support ships, trying to harass other moons, expand in other dimensions.
Yeah. Yeah, TWJames looks like they could take the opportunity to move into a support role to really just outflank all here.
Yeah. But I can't say anything. They are pulling ahead in this match, and we're still seeing what 2v2 strategies evolve.
Yeah, that's for sure. They're making
all coming in here to try to hold off this army. I might have popped my EMP there, but it looks like all is going to fall at the hands of this large torpedo army, and that was bolstered by that production ability.
Which is, why production can be so fun. Even though it seems like a very basic god, it actually has a lot of strategic play, and it's good. It's a good starter god, but it's also a god that can really have a high ceiling. So, lots of fun there.
Yeah, and it looks like on the other front, TWJames was pushing that forward, pushing Blue's territory out, getting that point defense from Red Team.
Asteroids are up.
Yeah, if Blue Team can secure both of these asteroids here, it will certainly spell doom. They'll all trying
to seeing some meteors
to hold on to this.
Yep, meteors are coming in. We're going to start seeing them hit.
Look at those point defense planets.
Yeah, maybe all can seize the opportunity to take some of those point defense, but it doesn't even look like Red Team has power out there right now. And I think Blue Team has a sizable enough advantage that if they camp both these asteroids, even if they have to split their army into 2, they'll be able to hold both of them and close out this game with the bounties that are inside.
Yeah, and that's a funny thing, like Jack mentioned earlier, is the mining support ships, the MSS, can speed up asteroid mining. People aren't aware of that, or people haven't taken advantage of that, but it's definitely something that you need to get on and have your team doing if you're on the attacking side.
Yeah, it's certainly very powerful to be able to mine those asteroids quicker, and I think we'll see that be fully realized in some other matches today.
Yeah. It looks like Blue has taken both those asteroids, so all is in a bad spot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, second production ability goes off, and Blue Team just needs to attack the red home at this point. Nothing all can do to defend with such limited amount of ships here.
Yeah, they're trying to repair that planet, looks like.
Yeah, all still has some ships to their name, but I don't think it's going to be enough against this large blue army that's coming in. Yeah, 107 ships there. EMP going off from a far location, but I think the fleet size difference is so big that it doesn't even matter if there are no blue support ships to defend.
It's also what we saw too, is people hold their abilities sometimes a little too long, and we have a couple players who are kind of notorious about that, where I'm of the mind when it charges, use it. Because it's going to charge back fast enough. It's better to use it twice than once and not even have it be effective at the end game.
Definitely, school of thought. It's definitely a balance between, do you use it right away or do you use it when it's most effective? Do you try to hold it until it's the perfect opportunity?
Right. That's a tough matchup though. Feel bad for all. 1v2 is never easy.
That's for sure. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the third top 8 match here. We've got Frost and BlackLemur on the blue team going against Snowy and Carlos on the red team. It looks like all players are here and excited to begin this match.
It's gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited about this because Frost and BlackLemur are, old players. They've done this for a long time. They've been teammates for a long time. They've won a duos tournament. But Carlos and Snowy are up and coming, new and up and coming players who, have been working together for a while and have been practicing a lot. So this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, it looks like Frost and BlackLemur, as you're saying, longtime players, longtime team here. Both just splitting up, taking these moons, trying to rush these point defense planets as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Seems
I
like...
actually jumped into a game yesterday and I was watching some players compete on the tournament map or practice on the tournament map. And yeah, there's a shift from the 9 spot over to the point defense planet. So it looks like some of the meta has changed a little bit where, those the non-production 9 spot planet is becoming the secondary after a point defense. So kind of interesting to see.
Players love to get that point defense rolling as early as possible, and it looks like red team is taking over this mining support ship planet as soon as possible. And we might see these players decide to split up give the army all to one person, and the other person manage this mining support, as there is a mining rig on that mining support ship planet, which means they get pumped out relatively quickly. We'll see though if blue team is able to gain an advantage early on in combat just by having taken those point defense planets slightly earlier, or if red team's able to, with increased production from mining support ships, pull into the lead that way.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this because they took that the MSS planet second right after their point defense. So if they position this correctly, they could get out to a jump.
Yeah, and it looks like Frost cutting into the center, taking over these moons, even going for this heavy laser planet.
Wow.
I think red might want to consider coming in and countering this. It's definitely, if blue team secures this.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, and here comes red. I think this is the main fight that needs to happen. The red team needs to come over here. They need to win this fight. Blue team coming in, sweeping it away. Red team not able to move, even though the armies were about equal size. They weren't able to come in and defend there. That's huge for blue, and we might see them pull ahead with using that heavy laser planet.
Yeah, that's one of those great things about player awareness, where your partner is, but also where your enemy is. And Frost and BlackLemur do an excellent job of that. So you can see BlackLemur just sneaking in to help Frost at the end.
Yeah, Carlos taking back this heavy laser planet, or attempting to. Fleet recall used. I don't know how effective it was. It definitely deterred blue. I don't know if it. Ideally, you want to be killing a lot of their ships there with that ability usage. Blue attacking into red territory. Big battle going on for this point defense. Both red team members trying to maneuver around. There's only 2 turrets left. They can snag this. Looks like they got it. Need to hold on to those turrets. You want to be fighting with the use of those turrets as well.
Not gonna hold it for long though. Yep. Push back.
Blue team pulling ahead just with consistent, strong performance in each of these fights. I also noticed a bunch of mining supports just sitting there. They could be increasing red production, but if they were managed and distributed around, blue no power, needs to run away. Has to wait for these power drones to arrive. And needs to hold this planet.
Oh, now chasing after Carlos there.
Yep, blue team gonna take over this mining support. On the other side, another battle happening as BlackLemur tries to push in and take this torpedo planet out from red's clutches.
Red's losing some ships in the middle.
Oh, bad fight for red there. I think blue's got such a large army there. They have to be careful. Yep, snag the planet. Come on, can they chain it to that? I'm looking at all these 5 and 6 planets with just a few turrets. You can easily sweep in for no losses and take those. Red team needs to be doing that.
I like what happened with BlackLemur though. They have pretty much secured that vertical ring and allowing Frost to stay focused on this outer ring. So I think this is going to be a good positioning wise. Frost and Lemur have an advantage here. Carlos and Snowy
Blue
need to
team
break
going for
up.
the home base here. Such a large army, and looking at the mini-map, blue army is massive, and it's all at the red home base. Red team might be able to, you have to be careful. They could cut off power.
Yep, there they go.
Red team trying desperately to cut off power to force blue away from their home base here. But I think lost all their ships in the fights there, that it's not going to be possible.
That was a fast one. We just have meteors coming in now, but that was excellent because I really liked what BlackLemur did by focusing on that vertical ring, taking all those, taking the planets that were away from the fight, allowing Frost to be on the front lines while they did the cleanup on the outside. That worked really effectively.
Yeah, blue team definitely operating like a well-oiled machine there. Excited to see their performance as we go into the semifinals and even finals if they make it. But definitely a great match to watch. Great performance from both teams.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's nice to see Carlos and Snowy, I believe, both more newer players. Yeah. Though I think Snowy has been around for a while.
Carlos rocking the classic, though.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah, both players that have been around for a while. It's exciting at the very least to have new faces in the tournaments.
Yeah.
Where are all players? Oh, there they are.
That was interesting.
Our overlays bugging out a little bit, but we've got Toosexy and Godmon on the blue team going against on the red team.
You might want to hop in and out real quick. Just to let it refresh.
Yeah, we'll have to...
Just hop out of the room real quick and then come back.
Yeah. Well, Nathan, let's just run the match. I don't think we can, because many reasons. Yeah, all right. So, Steve, we should still see the overlay.
It's messing up all the way here. Nothing's working.
Here, just press M. Like, leave the room and come back. Oh. Give us a moment, we got some technical.
Yeah, sorry about this one. We may have to do this manually. Well, I can position myself manually. We'll just try it our best.
All right, looks like this blue team rolling out, taking the far, what is that, a point defense over there? Yeah, so taking both point defenses to start. Going to be taking some of these moons, expanding out. It looks like all the Godmon is moving around all those forces. Red team has taken both the point defenses and is working on this torpedo on the very outside here. Looks like they're not going to be able to quite take it over. It looks like rocking that God of Stealth, which is why we didn't see the red ships there. So their ships will passively go invisible if they're not firing.
That's a fun choice for this map too. And in duos, because you never exactly know who players are. I don't know if you want to explain about stealth to everyone. It might be fun, just recap. But yeah, it's a good choice here. Yeah,
the ability allows you to turn invisible and receive a buff for all your ships while you're invisible, which hides your wormholes and where your player is. So definitely in chaotic maps, it's a star performer there, because there's just a lot the enemy team has to keep track of related to where you could be, where you're attacking, where are all your ships, so there's definitely a big deception element to God of Stealth.
Yeah. It looks like Godmon and Toosexy are production and going after that heavy laser. We can imagine they're going to use that right away on heavy lasers when they have a chance. So that looks like their strategy here.
Yeah, red team on the back foot a little bit here as blue pushes into their territory, though red is going to fight back, take back this torpedo. Godmon coming in with more ships.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh, interesting.
Slush coming in for a little third-party action. And there they go.
Yeah,
we
production
saw the
ability used to add heavy lasers. Yep.
As we predicted, we kind of knew that was coming. Let's see if they make a heavy push with that.
Looks like they're going to use those to effectively sweep through these planets with turrets. Heavy lasers, very good at taking out unshielded forces here. So blue team still working away at that sun. It looks like it's almost about to get up. Buff timer started. I mean, if blue can secure this buff, it's a risky play, but if they can secure the buff, then they'll almost certainly win sort of instantly here, as the buff in its production increase and its combat benefits will certainly be able to overwhelm red here. Ability used here. Blue defending the sun. Let's go over there and see that action there. It looks like red team, I don't know where they are, but they're not able to defend that sun.
Nope, that's it. Yep. Let's see
And here
what
comes
happens
Blue
here.
going directly for the red home.
Red team has lost control.
Red's popping in, but I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, Blue team is camping the home base there with a bunch of buffed ships there.
So it looks like Godmon's
Very-
going to do some cleanup while Slush stays focused on the home planet.
Yeah, definitely heavy lasers with the sun buff is no joke.
That's a
Very
smart
hard
play.
to fight against.
Asteroids have appeared.
Yeah, we kind of figured that strategy right off the bat. The only thing that was impressive is they took the moon, or took the star too, the unstable star, to get that buff. So in conjunction with the early heavy laser planet take and the god of production, this is pretty smart.
Team wins.
Yeah, doing a great job there. Strong performance from Godmon and Toosexy. Very, we didn't mention, but all these players are longtime players, longtime tournament players. Definitely exciting match and great performance from both teams as always. We'll be right back with the first semifinals match. All right. So we've got blue team. You know, I remember they.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yep. Looks like blue team rolling out here. Going to be expanding and taking over that production planet first, which we see very rarely here. We'll see if this plays out for blue. Normally we see teams go directly for those point defense. Even though they're harder to take, they provide a lot of benefits if you're able to get them early on and kickstart your point defense production early. And on the red team here, we've got Eggester and DragonvsCATS having a fast rollout. I'm looking at the minimap. See, they've taken both point defense planets here. And surely they will start to leverage those point defense to take these other planets like the torpedoes while minimizing their losses. Both teams also playing the God of Production here, which is a pretty classic pick. Strong on maps that have a lot of good planets to produce at. Heavy lasers is certainly a decent one. You know, torpedoes are also strong, and just you get a baseline increased production as when you're playing the God of Production. So definitely a strong choice. Both red team members are going to focus on taking over this torpedo planet here.
Okay, cool. You know what is a little strange here is they switched up their gods. So last time they were teleportation, and now Eggester and DragonvsCATS are playing as production. So I wonder if they saw something in that Godmon Toosexy battle that they liked, and maybe start mixing that up a little bit with their current strategy of spreading around the support. So interesting to see.
Yeah, blue team definitely having a slower opening here as red team pushes into the middle. Red team, though, butting against their fleet capacity, but blue team moving forward through this left side of the map. They've amassed all their ships there, and it looks like they're going to go in, try to counter this point defense takeover. This is what they need to be doing. TW James needs to bring the extra ships over to help defend this planet, and blue team going to get it. Red team in sort of shambles there, got some random ships flying towards the sun. DragonvsCATS doing his best to manage those, but blue team's going to secure that. I think blue team needs to hold on to this heavy laser planet, and they need to use their ability right now to get a bonus there. I don't know if they see that they have it charged. A lot of chaos going on for them for sure.
Yeah, they absolutely need to use that now before a red team comes in and takes it back.
Yeah, because you know red team is going to use that instantly when they take over that planet. I just don't think blue team sees it yet. Oh, there we go.
Oh, they saw it, yep. That's going to be
Getting in
painful.
some heavy lasers. Need to group up their ships with those point defense.
Red team losing their ships again. That's the second time they've kind of lost track of ships there.
Yeah, it might be the ping issues. They are playing from the EU. Coming, but red team very on the edge of power. Needs to be super careful here.
They're out of power there.
Yeah. Dragon, I think they need to give up for now. Taking over this planet needs to start pivoting, try to break up blue's defenses.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
scatter
what
blue a little
doing.
more.
Eggster's didn't really
Doing
make
mining
a
support.
progress.
I see mining support on every moon, so I think Eggster's been doing a good job spreading those out.
Yeah, look at that. He's just going around collecting moons, moving them over. And the blue team solely focused on this heavy laser planet, which it's okay if Dragon can give enough just to keep them occupied while Eggester goes around. With the
Yeah, I mean, red team is pulling ahead in production,
Yeah.
and maybe blue team, they're building up some heavy lasers, but red team's going to pull ahead in production, and then, once red team takes over this planet, blue's going to be in a very bad spot. But I think blue team is doing a good job holding off red, cutting off the power there.
making some smart plays for sure.
Yeah, Eggester collecting ships, taking over moons. Oh, DragonvsCATS going to come in and take this heavy laser while it's undefended.
Yeah.
Instantly popping the ability.
Oh, and the flop. Oh, almost out of power there. Oh, and out of power.
Oh, cutting power,
no.
coming in with the heavy lasers.
Oh, that was painful.
Blue team went from a great position holding that planet to absolutely on the back foot here as red team spiraling.
Red team's collecting the asteroids, has the heavy laser. Blue has to be really, really careful at this point. Oh,
Yeah,
and everything's about to hit.
We always like to joke that, DragonvsCATS don't let them get heavy lasers, but that is very much true. Once Dragon gets heavy lasers, and I can say this for myself, you do not want to fight him. You will only lose. So definitely a turning point in the match when Dragon was able to take over that. And now the asteroids get delivered here.
Red can take that other one, which they could if they pay attention. This could be trouble.
Yeah, red team pushing in, taking both these asteroids.
Especially if they use the MSS, this could be over very quickly. It looks like they're not going to pay attention to that one. Multiple battles going on here.
Blue team almost down to their last few ships. Red team just spiraling after. Man, that heavy laser takeover was really spelling the deal. I see some random red ships drifting through the map there, but it looks like it's not going to matter. There's already such a large red force pushing into blue's territory. It's only a matter of time before they're at the home base.
Last ditch
Let's
effort
go
by
look at that home
blue.
base over there.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before Eggester shows up knocking at the door with these 100
There you
ships
go.
here.
Cleaned up those ships flying off into space, and now it looks like that is it.
Blue team has lost control of their home base.
And not much blue can do from this position. Very few ships staring down a large fleet just camping the home base, full of snipers and other crazy types of ships here. Red team gonna start their wormhole BM strategy. But definitely a great match to watch. Strong performance from the blue team. I'm excited to see what happens to them in future tournaments. They made it very far in this, and that's awesome to see from new players.
Yeah, definitely.
Has been eliminated.
Yeah.
Red team wins.
Not sure what's going on here, but let's roll with it.
All right. Well, we'll be back with the final semifinals match. Alrighty. We've got BlackLemur and Frost on the blue team playing as God of Production, going against Toosexy and Super Dude, aka Godmon, on the red team. Red going to focus on this point defense planet immediately. Took a few moons, but really just bum rushed that planet as soon as possible. Both players going around, expanding their territory. Mining support ship is the second planet they focus on. Probably good to increase their production early on if somebody is going to focus on distributing those. And we'll see who falls into that support role and who takes the lead with the fleet there. Blue team seems to be doing a very similar strategy, except they also took that production planet, looks like. Frost going down below to take off some of these moons in the middle, trying to increase blue production. And it looks like BlackLemur is going to start managing those mining support ships, while they also push in with a few ships in hand, expanding the amount of resources blue has access to here.
Yeah, I'd be careful putting them around torpedo planets that early, though. As you saw, they just got chewed up.
Yeah, that's for sure. Torpedoes do have enough range to often shoot at the ships on moons. And mining support ships can die like every other ship, so got to be careful with that.
One thing to note, though, is they won't be included in a fleet recall. So you can position them around, and your fleet recall won't call them with the other fleet. So that's good.
Yeah, as tempting it is to want to send in the mining support on the front lines with the fleet recall, it's oftentimes not advisable.
So I'm thinking people are another round of God of Production here, but people are sleeping on God of Defense. That's the one I kept thinking about. I haven't seen played yet, and I'm wondering why not. That the planetary shield around your asteroids, the shield in the orb shield. I mean, you have a lot of opportunity to protect yourself and be aggressive with those
Yeah, I
shields,
mean,
and nobody's doing it.
Yeah, I feel like defense. You would be able to push more aggressively, assuming you could take over like the torpedo planets, and then you can more easily hold those against enemies.
Right.
Trying to come in and invade.
And with 4 torpedo planets and 4 PD planets, I kind of assumed it would be a play here. But I guess
Oh,
not.
blue team going for that heavy laser. Never mind. Gonna hold off.
Oh,
Fighting,
they saw
opting to
Toosexy
fight for these
pushing a little too
torpedoes.
further, yeah, pushing a little into their territory and decided to stop with that one. Looks like they're back.
Oh, BlackLemur. Maybe gonna be going
Nope.
for it? Not quite. Both teams dead even here. Blue slight advantage on territory, but ship count the same.
Toosexy trying to cut off power, it looks like.
Big fight here.
Oh, they didn't see the power in that vertical ring, so they didn't have to be worried about that.
Yeah, a lot of
BlackLemur and Frost use their ability on the torpedo planet.
Oh, heavy laser is produced.
Heavy laser, yep, smart. What timing too.
Oh, but no power. Red needs to run. At least they got those. Blue unable to use their ability on that heavy laser because it's still recharging. Red has some ships out randomly in space. Need to collect those.
I think that's what's happening with that is they're moving so fast. They're just kind of disconnecting some of their wormholes before they can grab them all.
And it looks like
And for
this heavy laser has proved to be an important objective in these matches.
we'll get a tighter shot here. So it gets in on some of the action.
Maybe a little too tight.
Oh. Good movement, good positioning. I don't know. Despite the fleet capacity or the fleet numbers, it seems good.
Big fight
balance-wise.
there, and Red pulls ahead. We'll see if Red's able to maintain this lead here, as asteroids are going to come out in 10 seconds. Fighting an empty space there around the sun.
The first asteroids have
Here they are.
Red team's looking to get both of these. If they do, they'll certainly be able to secure the victory. Blue team might try to come in, maybe use a mining support ship to speed up the asteroid. Blue team's just looking to try to get one.
Oh, there we go. Red's
Here.
doing it. There, look, see?
Yep.
Watch
Increasing
the speed
that.
increase. Look at that.
Yeah, mine's in half the time here.
Red's stealing that one if they can get on the other side.
Red coming in again. More mining support.
BlackLemur not gonna let it go easy.
Yeah, the red team coming in here.
Oh,
Blue team gonna come in. Where's the mining support? They need to speed that up.
they need to speed it up, but they're not. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Red team coming in.
Oh, they're coming in too late. They just got destroyed.
Maybe does Red have a mining support? Blue does, but
They
it's,
do. Red has one in there. If they can manage to stay alive.
Blue throwing all the ships they've got at this asteroid, knowing it's their only chance for victory here.
They got. If they let that go.
Red
Oh.
buff drone.
Oh, here. Oh, they just got stalled. Nope, that's it. They've got the MSS. Look how fast
Oh.
it is. It's over. Oh my goodness.
Wow, red team securing that asteroid. This will certainly give them the advantage they need to close out this match. They could go for the sun here or directly for the home base. We'll see what they decide to do. Blue team sort of riding that fine line of not having enough ships to be able to properly defend and counterattack. I think blue team needs to consolidate ships, try to snipe planets that are low, and just try to cut off power.
Yeah.
You know, never fight red directly here. That's the name of the game when you're behind. But that's much harder said than done, as Toosexy and Godmon are very, very fast here. and so it's very hard to play against players with such good speed here.
Yeah, interesting. Toosexy and Godmon I don't think they've ever really partnered before. I think this is their first time partnering, so this is a fairly good, well, a really good showing for such a new team.
Oh yeah, I mean these players been around. I'm not sure how they're how much they played in teams together. We know BlackLemur and Frost have for a while. Looks like red team will be able to close this out. And yeah, excited. Red team with Toosexy and Godmon will move on to the finals, where they'll go against DragonvsCATS and Eggester. This is certainly always a match that ends up happening. We've got DragonvsCATS and Eggester going against Frost. And
But we've got the
no,
bronze
sorry,
match
Godmon.
So
Yeah.
Yes, but we've got bronze match first, where we've got Crush and TWJames going against Frost and BlackLemur, and we'll be right back with that. All right, so we've got the bronze match here, where we've got blue team going against red, fighting for third and fourth place here. Red team rolling out, taking this production planet early. TWJames sort of camping in the back. Maybe, you know, they could be talking and strategizing here. So definitely, you know, maybe just providing a tactical decisions, maybe delegating a little bit, you know, telling Flop to invade. Blue team out here rushing for those initial planets. It looks like interesting that Frost did not take over that point defense initially, took over that production planet. Maybe that's to increase their power as soon as possible right away. You know, so blue is going to go for 1 point defense, and that far production planet probably get power as far as they can. And it looks like red team taking over their point defense.
It feels like a slower start by both teams. I'm not sure if that's the case because they split their initial starting fleet or what, but it does feel a little slower.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been because we were watching the end of the match before, so we were, you know, it's just conditioned to massive chaos. But definitely it's a slower start here. Players rolling out, taking over moons, taking over planets. No fighting yet. I want to see those mining supports be distributed around. But I also think people have a new ship. They've been around for less than a month, so players are still figuring out the best ways to use those.
Yeah, I hear them. So blue, I think, is taking advantage of placement.
Yeah, but it looks like blue going to be trying to come in for this torpedo planet here. Can red defend this against blue? If they don't, it could be a early loss here. Yep, Frost holding this planet here, trying to produce torpedoes in their own turf. Red team needs to start maybe going the other direction, waiting for blue to lose interest, and then coming back and sweeping it up. One of the things you can do in the game is, like, you got to play with your attention to your opponent, right? If your opponent is looking at everything you're doing, then they're probably going to be able to counter you effectively. But if you're able to slip out of sight, out of mind, you can get away with some things that you wouldn't normally be able to do.
Little cheeky
And that's-
moon steal there.
Yeah, and that's something you can definitely do even more of in a 2v2 situation where everything is just more chaos and there's more to manage. Yeah, and see, right now I'd go for that 6 planet there. That Frost just, you know, switched his attention over to the other side of the map. He could have come in and taken that over.
And there was the use of the production ability on heavy laser.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
The
why.
production ability used on the heavy laser has been, I think, one of the most common things we've seen in the tournament, and seemingly one of the best strategies there.
Yeah, TheFlopWontStop and TWJames use their ability on this regular planet for some reason.
I think they were just desperate and needed to win that
Yeah.
fight.
I think that's
Which
going
is-
to be it, unfortunately.
I mean, you don't want to be in that position, unfortunately. And blue will be able to take over the sun without much contention there. Red team not going to have enough ships to be able to block that sun buff capture. And we'll definitely be staring down some large buffed blue ships here.
We'll lock in with BlackLemur as they get the buff and run around the map so you can experience a little what it looks like.
Red team has been powered up by the star.
Yeah, and here goes BlackLemur with those torpedoes. Having increased range, firing speed, rotation speed. A lot of scariness there. Gonna start shelling this red home base from down below. Volleys of torpedoes.
Looks like Frost.
Heavy lasers showing up.
The first asteroids have appeared.
Asteroids coming out, but I doubt they're even gonna pay attention.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, if you have two people, one of them can go run around with a single ship,
Their home
as BlackLemur's doing back there.
BlackLemur's doing that in the background, and unfortunately for the red team, I think that is it.
Yeah, that will spell doom. As I keep saying, though, it's lovely to see these teams out here with new players who either are new to the game or are new to the tournament scene.
Yeah, definitely
and
both, I think, in this case.
Yeah, definitely a lot of, you know, it's hard to come out here and it can face players who've been playing for like a year. And so we love to see it. We love to see the courage there. And yeah, it's exciting to see.
For sure.
All right, we've got another God of Production mirror match here. Red team quickly rolling out here to take over these moons within the first 10 seconds. They'll be taking over these point defense planets shortly. Going to be micromanaging to avoid any of these missiles here as they take it without losing any ships, though it looks like Dragon lost a few
Very
ships
close.
there. Yeah. Eggester rolling out on the other side. Have taken over that mining support. We see Eggester wasting no time in distributing these mining support ships between the moons. Blue team off to a decent start as well. Taking over these moons here. I don't think quite as fast as red team. And I noticed, is Toosexy distributing mining support?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep, that's good to see from both players. Pretty similar opening here. Blue team swinging to the outside to take over that torpedo planet early. Toosexy doing a good job distributing those mining support. Looks like Godmon going to be taking over this neutral planet here. Going to try to get their torpedo planets early. I expect to see some mining support. Yep, here it comes.
There it goes. Nice. See the same thing on the other side.
Yeah, dead even so far. Both teams roll out with these mining support ships. Eggster.
Oh, coming in for a little bit of early interaction there. Just
the
stealing
first fight's
moons.
going to be a big deal here. The
Yeah.
first fight's going to be so important.
What do you think it is? Heavy lasers, or where do we go
I think
first?
it's going to be torpedoes. I don't think the players are they respect the other team enough that they just do not want to go for these heavy lasers first, as it's super dangerous. The red team slightly ahead with ships. We'll see. They might get bold and try to go for it. All these players are excellent players. Know all the mechanics and know all the intricacies of strategy here. Blue team going to try to snipe some ships in transit. Blue team butting up against the fleet capacity. No, needs to take something.
Yeah, Toosexy's just kind of nipping at the heels of Dragon there.
Yeah, there's
interesting.
a production planet they can take for free there. I think in the background. Toosexy's going to do it. They need to take it to increase their fleet capacity. They're not producing right now. Even if they have a 9 planet right there. I don't know if Blue sees it. They're throwing mining support at it. Come on.
Red's also at fleet capacity.
I bet Toosexy's probably yelling at Godmon to come back with all those ships and take over that planet.
There they go.
It looks
They
like finally
got it.
gonna.
Oh no, too early. They left early. Oh my goodness. They must be super excited.
Toosexy's gonna finally take that over. Red team maybe whittling down that heavy laser planet. It's down to 9 turrets on
yeah,
there.
I see Dragon loop around a few times now.
Oh, going in now that they have the ability. I think red team's gonna make a play for it. Can blue team get it?
Blue team can steal this.
Here comes red.
Oh no.
Godmon needs to come in with ships here.
Oh, it's gonna be a little too late.
Oh, blue team popping that ability.
Oh, they stole it. Oh wow.
I think you should try to defend it though.
Yeah.
Like they need
I
to
think they're
keep red off this.
Because they have
Yeah,
their
I'm
ability.
coming in with the heavy laser.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Godmon, look at him chasing, dragging around. But eggs are coming in for the steal, maybe?
Come on, they just need it for
Oh
one
my goodness.
second to get this
Can they
ability
cast
off.
it? Oh, they did!
They're gonna
Oh
get it
my
off.
goodness. This is gonna be a crazy battle.
Both teams with I think only probably 5 heavy laser here. Blue team still holding it. Now that the abilities are gone, that planning is less important to have. Though surely still good just for the being able to produce those. Blue lost some ships in transit.
Extra.
There's a
Doing
I feel like there's a
support
free
while
torpedo
Dragons
planet
can-
there.
Oh my goodness. It's funny, we've seen so Eggester or Toosexy and Godmon are splitting their attacks while Eggester is still on support a little bit while Dragon's moving around. This is gonna be curious.
Meteors
to see.
entering the system here.
Oh,
Blue team
asteroids
pulling
too.
ahead slightly.
Asteroids and meteors entering.
Yeah, asteroids are #1 priority now for both these players
Yep.
here.
Absolute must. They
I
better
expect to see
position.
some mining support come
Yeah.
out here.
Toosexy already on it, and they could steal this fast if they don't. Oh, never mind. Dragon's aware.
I wonder if blue team's trying to cut power here to keep red just from physically being able to get these asteroids. Mining support out for red there.
Both these teams are definitely aware and know what to do with the mining support ships there.
Oh,
Oh, not enough. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness.
oh, blue holding a 0 asteroid. Red coming in.
I don't know.
Extra probably running in with mining support right now. But
Oh my gosh.
oh,
there.
extra with the mining support coming in with a far asteroid.
Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh my
Red
gosh.
needs this asteroid falling behind. Red team fighting for both asteroids.
Blue looks like they're happy to secure this one alone.
Oh,
Might do a
red,
trade.
come on. They need to close out that. They might go 1-1 here with the asteroids. The blue team coming in.
Oh my goodness.
But it looks like the blue forces are split, actually. Toosexy back at the other asteroid. It looks like red's going to be able to close out this other one.
Oh. Red,
Come
okay,
on.
good awareness.
Blue needs to just accept that they're not going to get both at this point. Can't throw away ships here. Red pulling slightly ahead.
1-1. Whew, what
Gonna get the asteroid.
what a battle.
Abilities are up again, too. I expect to see that red team trying to
Who's
go for
got
that
the
heavy
middle?
laser.
Heavy laser, yep, still blue. Blue can take it.
Red coming in here.
If red, they need to use it. Oh, they're just oh, perfect timing.
They were almost at fleet capacity. I was afraid they were going to not be able to produce there. Red going on the offensive here.
Blue, there they are. They're waiting for those asteroids to appear. Talk
Oh,
about map
blue
awareness.
suffering massive losses there.
Blue has both asteroids though. Red
Oh,
doesn't
no.
seem to be aware yet. Oh, now Eggster's come in to steal it.
I think the biggest mistake blue has been splitting up their ships, not being able to be as effective in a single fight. And that's how red has been able to pull ahead, because red's kept all their ships grouped up together.
Yeah.
With Eggester playing support, DragonvsCATS managing the whole army. And now that they've got heavy lasers in there, Dragon can't be stopped.
Oh, that one goes to red.
Oh no! Blue
This
team!
Is it. This is it. Blue needs to take this.
Here comes red!
Oh no. The divided
Red
force.
team gonna
I
get
think
both
that
these asteroids here.
if they bring in the MS.
Red needs territory
They're
though.
out of power. Oh my goodness. Dragon coming in for, or Eggester going for the snipers. I don't know if that's going to be as effective right now, but not a bad play.
Blue used that ability on torpedo. They just needed ships.
Oh no. I don't think they're going to
This is
get
the
it.
last of blue ships. They're dying fighting at this asteroid.
And then they just threw in the, oh, that's it. Oh.
And red gets it.
That is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, we'll see how red decides to close this out. Surely they'll be able to take out blue here.
Oh, wow. What a match. That's been a battle. I never want to give up, but this one is not looking too good right now.
Well, I mean, when you're playing from such a far advantage
Yeah.
or far deficit against good players who know what they're doing, it's very hard
Yeah.
to win here.
In a normal match, if you were evenly matched up, well, I'll play. All four of them are so good, but yeah, this is tough. I love that they're keeping going though. They're not giving up. They're going to try to claw their way back in and do what they can.
Yeah, the problem is though, once that sun buff hits red, they can't directly take on the fight at the sun.
That is true.
And so even if they were able to cut off random power here, it's not gonna matter, as red team's gonna have that infinite power with the sun and just come in.
Yeah, that is it. We'll come around with Dragon, watch him set up some wormholes, and you can see some of the speed.
Red team has been powered up by the storm.
That is the buff.
Hey, Steve, we did see those outer asteroids. They're not gonna be mine, but
nice.
I saw them at the very
so that's
edge.
the third round, so we got to see some finally.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow, Toosexy and Godmon, excellent job. Especially, I know the two of you are. This is your first time teaming up in a tournament. Just excellent work for you two.
Yeah, this was an awesome match to watch, and great work by both teams here. And congratulations to Dragon and Eggester. Gonna be holding on to that rank, that top rank position here.
Lost control of their home base.
And red team gonna close it out. Sending his ships up, making little roller coaster rides. Eggster dancing on the blue home base here. This will be it. Blue team down to 0 ships here. Rare to see, but he has no ships left here.
That's all right.
And
what a match. This is definitely going up in the Epic Battles YouTube videos for sure. This is a fantastic game.
Team win.
yeah, awesome to see. And congratulations, DragonvsCATS and Eggester, and congratulations to Toosexy and Godmon.
Yeah.
We'll be getting second place in the tournament and second place in the world. Going to get that awesome tournament second place badge.
Also, look over here and we can see it's tough. Look at those names. We see a lot of DragonvsCATS and Eggester as singles and duos. So for Toosexy and Godmon to come in and do that well, hats off to them. But these two are tough.
Yep. Come the next update, there will be a tournament 21 brick with another Eggester and DragonvsCATS brick slapped onto this display here.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, that was awesome.
Right.
I appreciate everyone tuning in for it.
No, yeah, it was awesome, and we'll see you guys next month for the next tournament.
Have a good one, everyone.